Hey, in this video we're going to talk about the action of the left arm, specifically from impact into the follow-through. And yes, of course, this covers chicken winging and things like that. So there are details in the left arm's action into the finish that can help you hit the ball longer and straighter. So everybody likes that. Stay tuned. So in other videos, I've covered the left arm's role coming into the ball, but a lot of people have the left arm's action in the follow-through all wrong. Now let's look at some key points. So at impact, you'd really ideally like to see the left arm pretty straight. This is done not through trying to turn the arm into a rigid steel bar, but rather letting the arm relax and generating enough rotation to get it feeling some outward seeking force acting to pull on the arm outwards, have it pull out into space. So you get the best of both worlds. You get the nice steady radius that you started with, but you also get relaxation, which helps to create speed. Now let's move to the next key moment. That's going to come 30 inches after impact. That's right here, out over the front of the mat. The left arm up until this point is still going to be experiencing that big outwards pull. And at this point, that club is going to be as far away from your chin as any time during the swing. That is the only point in the swing where both arms are straight. The club shaft will be between them, pointing back at your sternum and your chin again. Now, of course, the left arm is following the arc around the corner, so you can see here that my upper arm is quite connected all the way down to the elbow. It's pretty much connected, almost glued to the chest. It's where people will get into a lot of problems if their arm is out here somewhere and there's some space. It means you're on a pretty bad path into the ball and you're not going to get good accuracy results. So here we go from impact. Again, you're seeing a lot of my shirt on this side of the arm because my body has shifted and rotated and my arm has not quite caught up yet at impact. So it feels like it's pulled back taut across the sternum almost to this chest muscle, like this, getting as much shirt on this side of the arm and shaft as I can. Going to 30 inches past the ball, you're getting more and more connected down to the elbow, like this. I've got a hand span and a thumb off the left thigh, like this. And that 30 inches past the ball, if there was no ball in the way, that would be the fastest point in the swing because it's where the swing lever is the longest. So a shorter lever or a quick lever may help you accelerate. Then you want to finalize that in the longest lever you can get, which is the arms relaxed and being pulled out of the socket. Now after the 30-inch point, the left elbow then rapidly starts to fold. It's going to fold immediately. 30 inches, it's straight still. At 35 inches, it's now starting to soften as it goes into a 90-degree fold this way. And as I go over the shoulder, I'm wide. Right arm is still straight, maintaining the radius of the swing. Well, my left arm is moving into a 90-90-90 position. 90-degree angle here, 90-degree angle at the elbow, 90-degree angle at the wrist, giving me what looks like three sides of a square. Now you see some guys on the PGA Tour who are not as efficient as they could be with their left arm in the follow-through. I remember seeing a lot of videos of Tiger with his arm still very straight all the way to here, only bent just a little bit as he gets to about here. That is essentially going to act as a brake, preventing you from accelerating to your fastest possible speed at the ball, because you're going to be hitting the brakes too much too soon. If that elbow doesn't fold into a 90-degree angle, you just simply cannot reach your peak club head speed or acceleration. We want it to go out, and then we want it to whip around the corner like this, letting the wrist rehinge, coming to that 90-90-90 position here. Now, an outstanding old drill that you can do to learn what the left arm is supposed to do is the left arm only swing, and I would add a little bit of step into it, a little bit of a step and heave. So I would start with a narrow stance, take it back about halfway, nice and wide, step, heave and turn out in front of the arm this way, and then throw the club off the chest into space around the arc and let it fold to the 90-90-90. Start training yourself in what this is supposed to do. Step and heave, get the arm trailing the chest and the torso, catching up only when it gets thrown off the chest in the follow through. Immediately the elbow starts to fold into this position here. Of course, momentum might take you all the way around another 90 degrees or more, but when you go over your shoulder, you're in this position here. Now, when you do the left arm step drill that I've just shown you, you'll also be able to get rid of any chicken winging. You see, chicken winging is going to occur when one or two different things go wrong. Number one, you don't have any heave and turn. In other words, your chest stays facing the ball as you come down, and then your arm is going to pass the torso, and it's going to have to fold early, and it's going to cut off your arc, probably shorten your follow through, and it's really going to curtail your speed, often make you leave the club face open. That's a typical chicken wing. Again, the origin of that is not getting a good step and heave out in front of the arm while the arm stays relaxed, but instead your chest stays over the ball and you try to pull the club down into the ball and use the arms pulling as a source of power to make up for the fact that your chest and your pivot are not working well. And that will give you this finish here. Now look how close that handle all of a sudden and the arms get to my side. I have wrecked the steady arc going around the circle, therefore I will wreck the acceleration. I'm yanking the club off of its most efficient track. Again, when you do it right, you're going to heave out in front with a relaxed arm, throw the club out into space quickly, let the wrist rehinge to 90 degrees. Just my left arm only in that exercise, you can actually hear the club whistling just with one arm only. So I'm getting some pretty good speed with one arm only. But I really like the left arm drill because it makes you weak, taking half of your muscles away, especially the right arm, which can supply a lot of power in the downswing, compared to the left arm, since it's just kind of guiding and keeping the club on track while the wrist is acting, but the arm itself is not providing any power and simply responding to the shifting and turning and going around the circle like the spoke of a wheel. So when you take away half or more of your muscle mass and potential power in the arms, you kind of become weak as a kitten. And if you're going to throw this thing or move this club head for any appreciable speed, you're going to have to now recruit a new power source in the hips, the rear end, and the rotation of the chest. And if you can do that in sequence, step, heave, throw, step, heave, throw, and fold it up to the 90-90-90. You can really start to feel that whipping effect get maxed out. Now, once you feel like you're starting to get pretty skilled or coordinated, nothing will set you back more than putting a ball in the way of the motion. Let's do a practice swing here. And now put a ball in the way and you'll see it's going to be much harder. That was actually pretty good first try to catch it square like that. Let's try one more, maybe a bit bigger. Heave, throw it and re-hinge it to the 90-90-90 position. I really like this exercise because it helps you, almost forces you to recruit muscles of the lower body and the trunk that you've never used before. Otherwise, you can't hit it anywhere. It's almost like it's permission to turn on all the lights, turn on all the power, get a heave out in front of the throw. That will keep the left arm relaxed, not needing to pull. Therefore, it's going to seek space outwardly away from you, staying very straight all the way into the follow through, and you're going to let it fold. All right, let's check it out from the up the line view. Practice swing again. I'm going to draw it back, but then I'm going to take a little step and I'm going to heave the body well out in front of the arm. I'm trying to win the race around the corner while I leave my arm behind. Relax, step, heave. Let it fold up to the 90-90-90. Let's see if I can hit a ball without pulling a Bobby Jones and breaking the camera. There's that finished position again, right there. So again, we're reaching the only time in the swing both arms are straight, 30 inches past the ball here. Immediately now the wrist continues to flap while the arm immediately starts to fold, 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 fold until we reach here. Any further than this is simply just a product of momentum and decelerating the club back to zero again. All right, so hopefully you've learned a little bit about the role of the left arm and a really great old school drill, that step and heave with the left arm, to show you how the left arm is supposed to respond as it follows through and goes into the finish. So try that drill and let me know how it worked for you down in the comments. And I will be picking one lucky commenter to win a free swing analysis. Hey, I'm Steve. Thanks so much for watching. I hope I earned a like and a subscribe. Would you please help me get up to the 100,000 subscriber milestone? And as usual, I'll either see you in the next video or I will see you longer and straighter down the fairway. Everybody take good care.